Hello. So today we're going to look at the law of cosines. So the law of cosines actually is very similar to with Pythagorean theorem. Actually, Pythagorean theorem, you could say, comes from the law of cosines. I believe the law of cosines was discovered after that. However, what it is that there is a relationship, again, as we've seen several times over and over again, between the sides of a triangle and their opposite angles. Well, if we know all three sides, it turns out we can find out what the opposite angle is based off of this formula. Or if we know two of the sides and the angle between them, we can find out its opposite side based off of this formula. And so it turns out is that if you take uh, all three sides and square them, there is a relationship between two times two of the sides and the cosine of the opposite angle of one. So in terms of the triangle that's drawn here, let's say we have a triangle ABC. So its angles are A, B, and C. Therefore, the opposite sides are A, B, and C. Okay, named based off their opposite angles. Well, it turns out then, and if we take, say, C squared, it would be equal to A squared plus B squared minus 2 times AB times the cosine of the opposite angle C. Now, we could write this also for the other sides as well. We could do A squared would then equal B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cosine of A. And we could also do B squared equals A squared plus C squared minus 2AC cosine of angle B. So we can do this for given any of the three sides. We can do this for any of the opposite angles. Or giving two angles or two sides and an angle in between it, we can do this for the opposite side. So no matter what, you can always do this. Okay. So that is law of cosines, and we're going to look at how do we use it to find a missing side of a triangle, or how do we use it to find the angles of a triangle if we know all three sides. And so we're going to see the power of the law of cosines in those two regards. The most powerful one is if you know all three sides, you can find out what all the angles are based off knowing what the three sides are. And that's the most powerful one because you only can use the law of cosines in the other way when finding a opposite side of an angle if you know the other two sides. It has to be the angle in between them. For instance, if I want to find side B, I have to know side A and C and angle B. If I want to know find side A, I have to know side B and C and angle A. If I want to find side C, I have to know side A and B and angle C. Okay, so that's law of cosines. We're going to dive a little deeper into that, looking at how to use this to find a missing side or to find the angles of a triangle. So I'll see you soon.